everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. A pair of tight ends will be on the field today looking to do whatever it takes to give their team an advantage. It's the Chargers going up against the Broncos. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gordon here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped up wide receivers who can flat out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their third-year QB out of Northwestern, Trevor Siemian.
What a ride he's been on these last few years. I remember seeing him in high school before he went to Northwestern. Didn't get on the field all that much there, and then got to Denver as a 7th-round pick and ended up starting the season opener in 2016 for the defending Super Bowl champs.
C.J. Anderson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They run it again with Anderson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
A team that was consistently in the top 5 just a few seasons ago. They finished 27th overall in offense in 2016. A combination of uncertain line play and inconsistent quarterbacking, I think, led to that ranking.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Siemian. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, Anderson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, 38 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With two guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
The all-time leading passer in Charger history, which is saying something because they have a tradition of throwing the ball around out there. And one other thing, they had a lot of fourth-quarter struggles last year. That wore on him more than anyone because he's so competitive.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
In 2016, the Chargers were ranked 14th overall in offense. They're only 26th in rushing, but that's not because they couldn't run the football. In fact, Melvin Gordon ran it pretty well at times. Overall, though, this is a pass-first team led by their quarterback, Phillip Rivers. They finished 8th in the league in throwing the football.
Second down, Rivers. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Gordon on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
And they've kept the core intact from the unit that won Super Bowl 50. Secondary, still a strong suit. #1 against the pass in 2016. They've ranked 4th overall in total defense, so they haven't dropped off at all. They're hoping to get some more consistent play from their offense to get them back to the Super Bowl.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a run with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
In 2016, the Chargers defense had its moments. They were ranked 10th against the run. Overall, total defense, though, they were 16th because they struggled a little bit against the pass, but they had a number of injuries, and they expect those guys back this year and expect to be an improved unit overall.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Here's Anderson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll try to throw here. Rivers throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rivers now on 2nd down, and that's complete to Gates. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Rivers on first down, looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Play action now. Rivers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Shaquille Barrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, here's Simeon. And that is incomplete here.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Eight yards still remaining here on third down. Out of the gun, Simeon. And able to find Green. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Anderson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 10-3 the score. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They run. Anderson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Simeon. And Fowler's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
10th carry now for Anderson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
From the red zone now, Simeon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now Anderson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment. Defense.
A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Now Simeon. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Trevor Simeon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Chargers. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
On to punt, Drew Kaiser, second-year man from Texas A&M, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And tough starting field position here. Simeon gives to his fullback, Janovich. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw with Simeon. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now Benjamin.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 1st and 10, Rivers over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And this complete to Henry over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, I had a first-round grade on Hunter Henry coming out of Arkansas for his ability to get downfield and create openings, create space, and he proved his worth as a rookie tight end in 2016.
34 catches, led all rookie tight ends in the league. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action. Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Trevor Siemian ready to retake the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One of the things that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Siemian now on second down. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Siemian. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. "51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Von Miller in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
To throw on second is Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 39!
Simeon now to throw. And some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. First down, Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They run it here with Oliver. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Trevor Siemian and the Broncos heading back out. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. They give it to Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Second down, here's Simeon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Cody Latimer now on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Simeon on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Broncos are happy to be in front right now and just want to play two more solid quarters. The Chargers won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Broncos opening up on offense. Simeon's going to find his mark, and he ends up at midfield before he stopped on the play. Sticking with the same drive. The long ball will find his mark here, and 38 yards later, he's going in for the score as they take a 7-0 lead. Now, early in the second, Simeon's going to head outside to the right, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Broncos up now by 14. Just about out of time in the first half. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Chargers would then turn it around for the TD. Chargers down by a touchdown. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Sports Authority Field at Mile High for the start of the third quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Fresh set of downs here. On play action, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Third and long for Rivers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Von Miller in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight.
I give thanks every day that I never had to play offensive line in the NFL and have to try and block Von Miller.
He was second only to Vic Beasley last year with 13.5 sacks. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, here's Simeon. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
From the red zone now, Simeon. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19.
To the air again, Simeon. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rivers on first down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? And that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Demaryius Thomas gets set to go again on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Blue landing! Blue
run with Anderson. He's been the bell cow tonight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Simeon. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Hayes Pollard able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Play action. action now. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Chargers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Play fake. Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just about on his own goal line.
Whoosh.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Here we go now.
Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go. Blue, land it.
Out of the gun, Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Trevor Siemian ready to retake the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They run it again with Anderson. Wiggles free. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Siemian. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. 2nd down following the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Siemian. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now Siemian on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete as well. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Trevor Siemian and the Broncos heading back out. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Green, 39.
After the interception, here's Siemian. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later. But I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Now it's Siemian looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fowler. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
McManus now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's C.J. Anderson who tops it off with the touchdown run. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Gates has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Von Miller in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now we look at C.J. Anderson as he trots back out there and gets set to go on offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamaal Charles on the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Rivers caught on the left side by Benjamin. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Travis Benjamin, 62 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Ready. Ground 80.
They're going to give it to Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a run with Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Again, Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's Anderson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, Jamaal Charles. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. first down throw here for Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
First down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rivers on first down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rivers again. Benjamin's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So they're operating in the red zone. To the air again here, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. 2nd down, Rivers. comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Third and long for Rivers. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on fourth and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now in depth, and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know, people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.